Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley, if you are new here, and it's been a little bit. I kind of went on vacation and I've been super duper busy, so I didn't get a video up before we left, and I didn't get a video up as soon as we got back either, but here we are. I am going to be doing a book haul. So while we were on vacation in Arkansas, I bought some books. I bought 7. I also have a package from the Daily Grace Company, I think it is. And I also have a book of the month box to unbox. And then I have one more thing that I bought today that I thought I would show you. So let's jump in. Also, it has been a day. It has been a week. We have no AC. It's getting hot in the south. I can't find the piece that holds my phone to go on my tripod. So yeah, I have to hold this. Right before we went to Arkansas, which we left for Arkansas I think it was the 2nd of April. And I had been listening to an audiobook. I randomly picked up If He Had Been With Me by Lauren Nowlin. And I think I actually finished it on the 2nd as we were driving. And I absolutely loved it. I didn't really know what it was about more than it being a romance, and I didn't know if I'd like it or not, but I ended up really loving it. It was just the feeling it gave me overall. But anyways, I was like, we're gonna be stopping at Walmart. I'm gonna have to see if they have it. Well, not only did they have the first one, but then they also had the second one, which is If Only I Had Told Her. And I think it's the same story told by the other character's perspective. I'm not quite sure yet, but I really want to get to it. So yeah, I picked those 2 up, and then there's a little story to go with that a little later. But then while we were in Arkansas, we actually went through a couple thrift stores, Goodwills, things like that, and I picked up a few more. So the first one that I found is Silence for Dead by Simone St. James. This one I actually got at a used bookstore, and they had a ton of books there, but the prices weren't super cheap, and so this was one of the better conditioned books, and I figured for that price it was worth the $4.95. Then I think it was at Goodwill that I found these next few. I've got When You Were Mine by Rebecca Searle. I haven't read any of her books yet, but I do have In 5 Years already on my shelves, and it was like $1, so I picked that up. And then I saw these 2. They were sitting on the shelf matching. And we have The Deep and the Troop by Nick Cutter, and they are like dark thrillers, I think, and so they sound really good. So again, like $1, so I picked those up. And then at one more thrift store, I came across this book, Northwoods by Amy Pease, and I apparently really want to read this book. So I picked it up, took it to my mom's house, and I was correct in thinking that this was one of the books that I brought with me that I had checked out from the library. So I was like, well, now I have it. I don't have to worry about keeping it from the library anymore. And then I got home and I found I also checked it out of another library. So I literally had 2 library copies of that same book already at home. And now I have 3 sitting in my house. I have to return the library books because now I own it. So I guess I need to read it. So anyways, at one point from there to now, I am on a book lovers Facebook page, and they did one of those gifting trains, and it was like the day after I bought If He Had Been With Me. And so I jumped on the train and I got gifted If He Had Only Been With Me. And I was like, oh crap. So like I went and I deleted it from my wish list because it was still on there, but then I had 2 copies of it. So I actually took the one I got from Walmart back, and I ended up picking up Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. So Lynn Painter is an author I have been wanting to try. I see her books a lot, and so I thought I would give it a try. It was one of the few equatable prices to do like an exchange, and one that I wanted to read. So there's that. Okay, so now I set you up on a stack of books so I can use two hands and show you the rest of the things that I got. So I got an email from the Daily Grace Company. They do Bibles and Bible studies and things like that. And they had some things on clearance. And so I picked up a few things. So one of the things that I picked up is a 4-part series. And it's called The Story of Redemption. And I think it's like essentially a year-long Bible study pretty much. So you read through the entire Bible in a year, and then there's 4 volumes of the story to go along with it. Each like day's reading, it doesn't have it dated or anything, but it has a reading, and then it has some information about the reading, and then it has some questions to fill out. And it's just kind of like that each day. So like you just read a section each day, and then you have about it and some questions to think on or answer if you would like. And to get through the entire series, you have the 4 books. They had these on sale for like $5 each, and normally they're, I want to say like 18 or 22, something like that. So I got the whole set for 20, which is a really great deal. And then I also grabbed some pastel highlighters to go in my Bible along with the study. I also picked up this Bible study called The Lord's Prayer. They had some other Bible studies on clearance as well. And so this is just one that kind of stuck out at me. And so I picked it up because I think it was like $3 or something. I'm not quite sure, but I have never actually done any of these Bible studies from the Daily Grace Co., but I hear a lot of good things about them, and I actually picked up some scripture journals from them as well, and I haven't used them yet, but I do intend to. So next I have Book of the Month that I'm going to unbox. I got some scissors handy. I never have scissors handy, but for some reason I have some on my nightstand. These are my school scissors. They're not regular scissors. They should be my school one, but here they are. Now this is the first month of me getting Book of the Month subscription for quite a while. I used to be a subscriber a few years ago, and I stopped subscribing for a while, but I decided to try again, and I picked up the new one by Abby Jimenez just for the summer. And then I also went ahead and grabbed Part of Your World also, because I've heard some really good things about her books and I want to try those as well. And I've never read one, so now I have a couple to try. The last thing I have to show you is a planner, a Harry Potter Honeydukes planner, which is so cute. I blame my daughter again because she wanted to go book shopping. She wanted to go buy books. So we went to the only bookshop in town, which is Books A Million, and they had Harry Potter stuff half off. So she was even like, no, Mom, you don't need another planner. You have a planner. And I was like, yeah, but this one's undated and I can use it whenever I want. So I don't have to use it right now. But I just thought it was really cute looking. So here is the cover. And then it has all kinds of different colored tabs. I don't know if you can see them there. Here you can see them. And all Honeydukes themed, and it's just really cute. There's some goal pages and reminders, and then there's some dot pages. Each tab has a different color and picture. There is a beginner page at the front of each month. It has a monthly layout. And then it goes into a weekly vertical layout. At the end, it then has another wrap-up page, essentially, before going to the next tab. Now, I am really excited because there's more in here than I thought. There's a My Year in Review page at the end with lined paper. And then there is also stickers, which I didn't know. I am super excited about that. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of stickers. So cool. I will definitely have to use this for a reading journal probably next year. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. Please let me know in the comments down below if you watched this video by leaving me an emoji, any emoji. I don't care what it is. Pick your favorite. Let me know that you were here. And thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next time. Bye.